Hello. Happy
Hello.
Monday.
Hello, everyone. So it's super nice here in Indiana. It's only 70 degrees. Tomorrow's
Hot
only going
as
to be
fuck here,
59.
as
Yeah,
usual.
our heat is broken. We had our last day of 80 degrees. It was just 80 on Saturday. And then we don't even hit 80 in as far out as the forecast goes. So it's pretty great. I had to put on a sweater.
Well, even though it's hot here, good news is since a good bit of y'all who are on the plant list are having a break in the heat, we're shipping out like 15 packages this week.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Probably about our max. There was one time we did like 30 at once, and it just took hours, and it went like past Jenna's bedtime to wee hours of the night, and we were like, yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore.
That's too much. That's too much. I mean, you should never let the plant list get in the way of Jenna's sleep.
No, definitely not.
No.
And we got plenty of time. And so what I think I'll do, we'll do this one. We'll do maybe one more shipment before the clash, and then that'll give about a month, 3 weeks or so to let some stuff grow in. Because I mean, you'll bring a lot of like the crypts and Java fern and stuff, and I'll bring a good collection of stems.
Yeah. So you know what we can do, Stephen? If you have people on your list that you want to give plants to, they can have plants from me. Because I'll be bringing plants at the clash if we want to make deliveries at the clash. Because I have so many.
Maybe
either that or we sell them all for fishfam.link. But like, if you're having trouble meeting production,
no, I'm not. It's just I want to make sure that I have as much as I can for Fishfam link, and then
me too.
If people want to claim plants while they're there, they can. But that's not an issue. It's just going to be I'll do it after the clash. It's what's really helped is having the surprise me option that most people pick now. So I don't have to worry about like growing out a crap ton of Samsonite, which stupid plant. It's a weed. It grows really fast if you have it in CO2. It grows slow and leggy without CO2 unless you crank up the light, but then you got everything else suffering as a result of it. It's just it's a bit much.
Yeah, probably not a good plant for most people anyways, because most people don't have CO2. So it's like there are easier things you could grow. I am parting with this giant clump of crypts.
That's gonna be a lot of portions of crypts.
I never meant to have this clump of crypts. I want it all gone. I'm sure it'll come back because you can never get rid of it. But you know.
So Moose asked, "Can't I just pump more CO2 to make more plants?" But I still like fish, and so
yeah.
Everything's got fish. It's like the plant farm has a whole bunch of those fancy orange platies.
Yeah, someone in my club, he messaged me saying that he was setting up his first CO2 tank, which I'm super excited for him because he saw my talk. He got inspired. He has an F-zone regulator. I'm like, don't do that. But he said, oh no, it's just going to be plants only. I'm like, well, go for it.
There you go.
Whatever. And I'm like, you can crank it as high as you want. But it still is frustrating because even with a crappy regulator, you don't have to worry about safety of fish, but they're hard to adjust. Like when you
they're hard to adjust, and
they don't always hold steady.
Yeah, the needle valve is really finicky. It's just one of those where you're gonna have to like play with working pressure and the needle valve at the same time. Whereas like even the CO2 art is like that, but the good thing about the CO2 art is it is set and forget it. Like once you have it dialed in, it might be a little bit more difficult, but it's not gonna drift on you.
So the SR Aquaristic, is that one easy to dial in?
By far the best. Not that I have like a lot of experience with a bunch of regulators, and like I don't have a GLA, but by far it's the best.
Yeah, because GLA takes me like, I don't know, 5 minutes to dial in. Like,
that's pretty much with the SR Aquaristics.
Very easy to dial in, but like he has this regulator. He got it cheap on auction. He's not going to put any fish in it, so whatever. I mean, what's the worst that can happen is you have an algae choked mess. So June asked, do we recommend CO2 art? So I would say yes as a budget option, but if like price is not really an option and you have like really beloved stock, I would go with GLA or Stephen likes SR Aquaristic or a custom built regulator.
Yeah, so I saw Singanot was talking because he posted his on Fishcord today.
Yeah, that's a great option too. But like
let me answer this question real quick though about Singapore. I can't ship live plants out of the country, unfortunately.
No. But you can get a magnet.
Exactly.
Right?
You can go to the member tab. Since you are a member, you can request a magnet. We can ship those anywhere.
Yeah. So that's cool. But for June, like, you know, your Oscars are really, really precious. And if you're going to put CO2 in an Oscar tank, which I don't know if that's your plan or not, but I know how precious they are, I would get a GLA or an SR Aquaristic. That's what I would do.
So yeah, what would be a step higher? The SR Aquaristics, and it's a big step higher. Like it's a significant advantage.
Yeah, and the
in a
GLA
plant only tank.
Also really, really nice.
In a plant only tank, it's because like I'm not
CO2 art. Then I'd say is fine.
Yeah, because I've never been worried about a CO2 art drifting on me or doing an end of tank dump. It's just a little bit cheaper of a needle valve, and it can be a little annoying, especially when you're trying to max out CO2 at like the max safe level for your fish, and you want to dial it in and keep it there, and then you refill it and then dial it in again. It gets a little kind of annoying.
Yeah. I would never buy F-Zone, even for a plant only tank, because I don't want to be frustrated like that. It's just not worth my money. It's a piece. I don't want to support that company.
They're inconsistent for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the Higer of CO2 regulators until Higer starts making their own. Or have they yet? I feel like that's a thing that they're going to try to do.
I mean, I'd be shocked that they don't. Oh, the kitty. He's been bothering me all day. Just needs to be picked up.
Yeah, you're going to do it, June. You're going to do it.
Yeah, June. I mean, but the thing is, this is like, do you really want to have a plant only tank? That's not very fun. Like, don't you want to put some community fish in it? Like, not your Oscars necessarily, but you like other fish. Like, I would never have a plant only tank. And I love plants, but it's just not that fun because I figure the thing is,
and you're going to, I bet with Oscars, you're going to be injecting a pretty modest to low level of CO2 because those are the bigger the fish. I find the lower the threshold for their tolerance.
Well, I mean, June would be injecting very little as is because her KH is so low. I mean, here's the thing: if you want a plant only tank, do a terrarium. It's way easier, and the plants are way cooler. I mean,
unlimited CO2.
You can have, you have unlimited CO2. They're completely maintenance free. They're so easy. You have better plants, more colorful plants. You have flowering plants. You have no algae. It's like I would never do the whole benefit of a planted tank is that it can have fish. You can have plants with fish. So it's angelfish, and still same thing because like in my injected tanks, angelfish is the biggest fish I have, and it is the indicator for me. It will be gasping at the surface before even the rainbows are. Yeah, because my rainbows are the indicator. They're the biggest fish I have. They're the biggest fish I've ever had. I've never had anything bigger than a rainbow. So but I would never do a plant only tank. That's no fun. I would start a plant only tank, but then I would add fish to it.
I mean that Scape with not the Boost Bowl, but the other one, the 7-gallon that has all the fancy stuff in it. It's been kind of a plant only tank for a while with some shrimp, but shrimp to me don't really count as fish.
It's not it's not big enough for you to put fish. Well, you could maybe put some like
I just got two I got 2 fish for it now from Branton. They're pygmy something, the Everglade eye, because they get like less than an inch. They are teeny tiny.
Yeah, you could have tiny fish in it, but not too many fish because it's
just 2 and whatever they want to do.
Yeah, that's a lot more fun than having nothing. I mean, I'm not super into shrimp, but a shrimp tank is its own thing. People like shrimp.
I used to be okay with a shrimp only tank, and now I'm getting way bored with them. And I
Yeah,
have this whole rack that's like a snail tank and a shrimp tank, and I'm like, what am I doing? Well,
I
this needs
know.
to go away, and I need to put like a 20
Yeah, I
long
mean,
or something
especially
there.
since some of those really tiny fish are super cute. You know, the little tiny microrasboras and the
Yeah,
pig.
I just don't want the two
Really
tiny
cute.
tanks next to each other because it's like a 5-gallon and a 9-gallon. I can just put a 20 long there and get way more
Yeah,
use
a
out of it.
20 long is way cooler because you can have, you can have pseudomcgills, you can have gobies, you can have a lot of cool fish in a 20 long. I think that's a good good call. Oh, so Emily says, hi everyone.
Oh, she's
Finally
been
got my
sick. Yeah.
steroids and starting to feel better. Autoimmune disease is like duckweed of freaking aquarium plants, always lurking, never really goes away. I'm so sorry. Autoimmune diseases, they're the hardest to diagnose and the hardest to treat.
Yeah.
And
Jenna's been dealing with it for a long time too.
yeah, and they affect women more than men. We have several people in the Fishfam who have autoimmune diseases. I guess technically I do because I have asthma and allergies, but I don't have like joint issues or things like that.
Speaking of allergies, holy crap, today was
Are you
bad.
having trouble?
Yeah.
My allergies start up in the fall, and I've been noticing like a little bit of problems with my eyes. This is a week we weren't streaming 2 weeks ago. I woke up and like my eyes were like all red and puffy and I looked
itchy.
Yeah, I look terrible. And they still are kind of red. That's still trying to go away, which you can't really tell on stream, but like you can in real life. So, but yeah. So I do have allergies, and a lot of it's around my eyes and but other like traditional seasonal allergies. I just get mine in the fall though, the ragweed. So Joe, is this a new name? Hello, Joe. I don't think I know.
He's been around.
Okay. I'm always the last to figure it out, but
he's been here before too.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
CO2 and angels might explain why I lost 5 angels when I first dabbled with it. I'm so sorry. That's really hard.
The bigger the fish, the more oxygen they need, and so the more the CO2 and concentration interferes with their ability to get rid of it out of their system.
And I guess the best advice I can give you is make sure you have plenty of circulation at the surface, whatever method you want. I like to have spray bars that kind of ripple the surface. Some people like to use air stones, whatever method you want, or a power head. Any of those are fine. If you have any film across the top of your tank, it's no good.
I was like running I was running the CO2 to a point where I think we've talked about this before, where like if I, and you've done it before, overfill the tank like a little bit higher than you would prefer, that would make a difference in the CO2 levels to the point where the angel would be unhappy and I'd have to drain the tank.
No, what I've done is, because I have lids on all my tanks, I have glass lids.
It makes a seal, that too.
Yeah, I've overfilled them to the point, and I look over
even just a couple of centimeters higher than what I usually do, where the spray bar is no longer rippling across the surface like it was. Yeah, that's when you're trying to run it like bleeding edge, maximum CO2 levels.
And I can't do that. I have rainbows that are pretty big, so I'm not pushing 30 ppm of CO2. My rainbows just won't let me do it. But my other advice is to get a decent regulator. Just spend the money. It's so much worth it. So Emily says, Kelly, what's with the no bare shoulder look? It's August, lady. Emily, our heat broke. It's only 70 degrees here.
You said it's gonna be 40?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 40s, like the high 40s. Yeah, I turn off my air conditioning. I don't need it. It's only 70 degrees out. I don't need air conditioning. So it was a little cold.
So Michael B,
bare shoulders under, but
asking, can I run CO2 on an air stone at the same time, or will it gas up? You just have to turn up the gas, turn up the CO2 to compensate for it. But
CO2 is cheap though, but you want to have good gas exchange, because
and this is where having a big cylinder helps, so you don't have to worry about it. Like I found that like putting a 5-pound on a 40 is a little bit too small, like not enough, because I do get a lot of surface agitation and I do inject a lot of CO2. and I
have
don't want that to be my limitation.
I have a 10-pound driving tube tanks. I can't fit a 20 under here, or I would do that.
Bigger is better.
Yeah, I would get the biggest one that you can fit in your stand. So, but I don't like air stones for aesthetic reasons. I'm just not a big fan of them, but there's nothing wrong with them. But you need something providing surface rippling. So I like spray bars. That's what I use, but anything is okay.
And hi, Dennis McKelvey. That's a new name. Just wanted to say shout out, Dennis. I think it's a new name.
You went to the Dahlia show. That's so cool. I would love to see those. Yes, so my email is kelly.foreman@gmail.com. Maybe someone can put it in the chat. But yes, I would love to see those. I think that Christine Albrecht might show at that Dahlia show. She's a really famous Dahlia breeder, and I have several of her varieties. In fact, I'll show you. Here's a bouquet of dahlias I cut yesterday.
Nice.
And look how pretty they are. Oh. I'll show you which one I really, really like. Look at that one.
Holy crap.
Isn't that cool? It's called Bloomquist Jean. But
as I said, somebody
so
cut down all my trees, and I guess probably my neighbor's trees. Maybe I can get pretty flowers.
You can't really grow dahlias, though. It's a little too hot. They're not happy in the deep south. But there are many, many beautiful, beautiful tropical flowers that grow down there. But they need a little. There are some shade plants. I'm much more knowledgeable about shade plants up here. I'm not knowledgeable about what grows down there. But visit a good garden center and ask them and tell them you have shade, but you want color, and they can give you some options.
I don't want to talk to them though.
I'm just gonna take. Well, you can do the research on your own then.
Yeah, that's what I do. I walk around with a phone. Phone is my best friend.
You can probably do some research ahead of time, but I'm just not very knowledgeable about the things people plant in their yards down there. It's so different from my climate because I'm zone 6A, right on the border of 5B here in Indiana. Our winters get pretty cold. And I think you're like 9A or 9B, if I recall.
9A.
Yeah, that's really, really different. So
Singing Out would go with a 100-pound cylinder, but the wife won't let him. That's trying to visualize what that looks like next to a 40
those
gallon.
are pretty big. I mean, we had those in the lab, and 100-pound cylinders. They're huge. So yeah, I guess if I were your wife, I'd probably say no.
Oh, did I miss Fuzzy's question?
Oh no,
Fuzzy, you are on the list too. I'm pretty sure because your temps are going to be good. So
and everyone, Fuzzy needs a ride to the Clash wedding
from the airport. Yeah.
Yes. So Friday morning, go back Friday night. So if someone can give Fuzzy a ride, can be different people each way. Fuzzy lives near the airport, but Fuzzy really wants to go to the wedding. So hopefully we can make that happen.
So Singana answered this, and I agree. There's a good article in 2 Hour Aquarius that talks about this.
Yeah.
It's a non-issue.
Yeah, and it's really a non-issue for me because I've never had low KH. The lowest I've had is 6.
I'm doing 0 KH with rainbows and the angel. I'm doing 0 KH with gobies.
Lots of people do. And fish are very adaptable. You need to do your water changes. Like you can't just be like,
goes below water changes. Yeah, the pH goes below 6 every day with CO2. Like 5 point something. Huh?
Yep, they're fine. Fish are really adaptable. And in the wild, pH changes throughout the day. That's a normal event. So Joe says that dinner plate dahlias are my favorite. Me too. I have some really cool ones. And you love fuchsias too. Those are really cool plants. Also, do I bring the tubers in the winter? Yes, I do. We dig them right around the frost. They won't survive my climate. I think it needs to be zone 7 for those to survive the winter, and we're pretty far from zone 7. I have 1 year I had a variety of dahlias I just didn't like, and it was a more mild winter, and they did come back. They survived, But usually what happens between the cold and it's wet in the winter and they rot. So we do have to dig them and store them. I keep them in my basement. I have a basement that stays pretty cold. And then I divide them in the spring and I give them away. So
I've never heard of pocket melons, but
I don't know what pocket melons
sounds
are.
like a good time.
Make the whole yard smell tasty, and you can bring them inside for a free air freshener. In Victorian times, people used to carry them around. Will they grow in deep shade, Coro? I do not know what a pocket melon is, but okay.
Yeah, let's see. But
is Coro making
good.
it up?
I don't think so. I think he's being serious, and it's just some obscure shit that we haven't heard of. Have I considered pawpaws? I don't have any room for pawpaws.
Emily, I don't think pawpaws will grow down there. I think it's too hot. I know they do grow down south. They're native to where I live too, but I think that might be a little too far south. That's a really cool tree, though. I would love to grow pawpaws. I would love to try a pawpaw. If you would like to send me a pawpaw, I would like to eat a pawpaw. Just putting that out there to the universe.
All right. Put your address out there. People will just send you some pawpaws.
Put my address up. You can send me whatever.
Sincerely anonymous. Eat this.
I've eaten pawpaw relatives because I've had sour sops and sweet sops, like guanabana, they're sometimes called. I had them, and they're a tropical fruits that taste amazing, especially the sour sops. So good, the guanabana. They make juice out of them in Panama and Costa Rica and Colombia. Delicious. So good.
Birds love to eat the very perishable fruit. So can they even be shipped?
I know they don't ship well, I've heard, but they do grow around where I live. So I should really try to source some because I would like to try them. And Jake would try them too because he'll try whatever. He doesn't care. So.
Another new name popped in, Marty Logan. Welcome.
Hi, Marty. Thanks for popping in.
So Michael B says, I saw on a Green Aqua vid that plants need a higher GH than KH. Why was that said?
They need some. It doesn't need to be higher. They need.
Well, it's more that GH. I mean, it's more that KH is not really useful to most plants.
Yeah, KH can be 0. GH needs to be like 2-ish.
Because they need calcium and they need magnesium.
Yeah, I've never seen like a definitive number that you need for that. But like Stephen, if out of the tap, your GH is 0.
Yep, so I have to add it.
7-ish. So if you were to use your tap water, but you wouldn't add 7 degrees of GH.
I do because I'm not a precision person. That's why I'm not into powdered ferts.
But you don't have to. But you don't have to.
I eyeball it. So sometimes GH is 4, sometimes it's 9. Just,
Yeah, but the point is you need some.
Yeah.
So I have GH in my tap water. My GH is and KH are both 6 out of the tap. So I don't need to add any. That's plenty for all plants.
When I was a newbie, I don't even know what the reasoning for it was, but the LFS, we were first getting our tank set up, said you need to add this. It was a Aqua Vitro, like the high-end mineralizer. I was using that for a while before I switched to a powder for the GH because it's just the expense. But they said I needed to mineralize to 6 degrees GH. And I just, I was like, okay, fine. I just did what they said.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the goal. Yeah. So
probably, I don't know, let's say at least 2 degrees is probably good. You need some. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're running high energy, a higher concentration gradient of GH might help. And I think there are certain plants that show better coloration with higher GH, but I haven't tested that. That's just there's a lot of talk about what nutrients do what for plants in an aquarium.
It could be, and I mean, I accept that some plants probably need more than others. I just have enough for everything. Like, I'm not going to add more GH than that, because if you have a lot of GH, you start getting hard water stains.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah, and my water, I don't really get too bad of hard water stains, but when I lived in Iowa with a KH and GH of 22, I mean, just hard water scale all over everything. Just gross. And, you know, your faucets and everything would just...
How did that water taste? Did you drink tap water?
So, I mean, I like Iowa water, but I don't like Coralville, Iowa water. It tastes like sulfur. It's disgusting. It smells terrible. It's nasty. But my parents have super high KH and GH, and it tastes amazing. But part of that is because that's what I grew up with. Like, I'm used to really high mineral water. So, like, I really like bottled mineral waters, you know, like Gerolsteiner, other things. Well, this is San Pellegrino. I guess that's a mineral water, but I really like higher GH, higher KH water for taste, because it's what I'm used to. But if you're used to softer water, like I remember when I was a kid, we would go to Pennsylvania, to Philadelphia, and I'm sure their water is really, really soft. It's probably, you know, KH and GH of like 1. I don't like the taste of that at all. I thought it tasted bad because it's what I'm used to. So, but Coralville is gross water. It's really gross. It's
yeah, my parents, they live about half an hour from us, and they're on a well, and they're out the tap. They've got nothing. Like their TDS is like 7 or 8. It's
yeah.
But he won't do a pond, and he won't do a. My dad won't do a pond or an aquarium.
I mean,
he's got too many other hobbies going on. He doesn't want to.
You know, I guess if it's not your thing, you shouldn't do it. I guess. But
yeah, I like to force my will on people in terms of
I get
hobbies.
that. I get that. I would kind of like my dad to have a tank again. I think it would, because, you know, I grew up with tanks, and I wouldn't even mind like buying the stuff for him to set it up, but I guess he doesn't want to. So, you know, if I were closer, I would just impose my will on him and set one up. So Ted says we have pawpaws.
We do.
I'm jealous.
You do.
Jealous.
They do.
I'm way behind in chat.
Oh yeah, you are.
I don't know. Way behind.
Well, here, pond update. These are the stupidest looking cannas. Should I just chop them and let? Because they grow really fast.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I can't really. It's kind of small for me to see, but like
I haven't deadheaded them, but like
the
leaves got decimated by caterpillars, and I just chopped the leaves, and now they're just tall stalks of dumb.
Just chop them. Just chop those stalks down. Yeah, I mean, because they'll grow back. You've got plenty of time. So
and I think so. This was kind of like plant trial again this year, and so I got to make a decision. Because I've got the papyrus, I have the pickerel, and then I have the hibiscus kind of like trying to find its way among the papyrus. And I feel like of those 3 plants right there, at least one of them's got to go. Just it's getting cut. Oh, whoa. What happened? I didn't even see what was going on.
Well, it was Fat Kitty. He knocked over my drink. He knocked over my camera. Hang on.
Good Lord.
It's my life is being oppressed by these fucking cats.
I mean, that's what cats do. They ruin lives.
So I had to put spiked material up on my desk because I could not take it. I'm not live streaming at my desk. I live stream on the table. But I couldn't take it anymore. So yeah, now I'm slightly damp. Thanks, Fat Kitty. Cat drama. Yeah, so anyways, I would chop the canna. I would give it a little regenerative chop. For annuals, anytime you have something that looks ugly, just cut it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I was talking about the 3 plants here, like the pickerel, the papyrus, and the hibiscus. The papyrus, I'm not really in love with. Like, it's not that impressive looking to me.
I would get rid of it, because here's the thing. That's one that you can always get back later, because you can buy it at a garden center for $5. Any garden center, anywhere in the nation. So there's no need to keep that.
Oh, there we go. Pickerel's doing really well. It's flowering regularly for me.
It does do really well. I mean, I've got one growing in my pond this year. I'm certainly not going to do anything to try to keep it. I can always buy it again. So, you know, I bought it on clearance at a garden center for like $3. So
yeah.
The pickerel rush, I really like mine. Mine blooms a lot because I have it potted in very nutrient rich substrate. So kitty litter with a little topsoil, and I fertilize it heavy. And mine just blooms and blooms and blooms and blooms. And it's great. I'll probably save it. It's hardy in my climate, so it might just come back if I were to keep it outside in the pond. But I can also keep it in my basement. So Joe asked, can you grow any canna in water or just certain ones? So some do better than others. So these are like the standard garden center cannas, like 85% of them will do pretty well. And it's hard to know which ones will do well, but there is these Canna, the varieties Erebus, Erebus, and they come in pink and red and maybe yellow. And they are amazing. They're the best. They bloom like crazy. They have a beautiful habit. The leaves are slightly bluish, and they do really, really well. They'll also grow in a pot like a regular canna will. But I've grown lots of other cannas, and it's just hard to know which ones. God damn it, he's gonna knock my fucking computer over again. Fuck off, cat. Fuck off. So it's hard to know which one will do well. You can always experiment. They're not expensive. And I've had some do well and some haven't. So about 85%. But nothing does as well as these pink cannas. And I actually do save them.
Yeah.
These cannas are not hardy where I live. I store them in my basement. I just store a little chunk of them and they come back. And I've given them to other people too. I gave them to Stephen. And he gave them back. And mine didn't survive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The mini elephant ear plant Emily was referring to. This is the pickerel, and it's like I got it at the beginning of the season as just like a little bitty.
Yeah, it gets huge, and I actually have rebought it on occasion because I just didn't feel like digging it up. But that's a native plant. It's native to a lot of the United States. It's not native to where Stephen lives. It's a little too hot there, but it's native to where I live. I even saw tons of it in the UP in Michigan, the Upper Peninsula. And it's really, really pretty. It blooms like crazy, and it just blooms and blooms and blooms and blooms. And the bees love it. So.
Okay, so Dr. Ted, how are the Paradise babies doing? They're hardly babies anymore. They're like juveniles. And see, when I talk about tub neglect in the last month and a half, I got some algae cotton candy making to do in this tub. But yeah, they are thriving, and this is the state of the tub currently as of yesterday. Flowers coming back finally after more like 2 months of rain, and I'm happy that I moved the mojito to the shade because it's doing a lot better.
Nice. Yeah, and some colocasias and alocasias can take more sun than others. It just really depends. They all do well with really wet feet. They'll all do well in some ponds.
I kind of want to try the Black Magic.
Yeah, that one's really cool. That one gets really huge. You can find that one in garden centers. So
Thalia dialbata for height.
I'm not really crazy about that plant. I just don't like the way it looks.
I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah. So Ted mentions the longwood hybrids. That's the Canna Erebus. It's one of the longwood ones. Yeah. So I have the pink ones. I really like the color of pink. I think it's a very nice coral pink, which I'm very fond of. I have a picture of it on Fishcord. It looks really good.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I'm not a super big fan of that plant. You're kind of culling down on plants, though. I just don't.
Well, and the I am culling them down in the small pond, but the big pond needs more.
Yeah, I don't know how well that would do in shade. It's always harder to get stuff in shade.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with things not flowering in shade. I am looking for more height in the shade pond though. So
yeah,
whatever I can do
yeah.
there.
The black magic. Is it it's a colocasia. I mean, that one does really well. I have colocasia zebrina growing. I think I'm going to take that inside as a houseplant. It's not growing in my pond. It's growing in a container in the front of my house. I'm probably going to take that in and keep it as a house plant.
So big pond in the ground. I wouldn't say never, but it would have to take some amazing burst of like cocaine fueled motivation for me to do something like that at this point. To go out with a shovel with enthusiasm and follow through is just not really a thing that I do.
I wouldn't do it where you live because I think that you would have so many leaves and stuff dropping in it that cleaning it would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, already it's underneath a tree, and yeah.
I just don't think it would be a very successful pond. I wouldn't do it.
Perfectly happy as a tub, and I think if I do anything to modify it, I'm thinking about building a bigger bog next year.
I think that's a good idea. I would do that.
The pot's cool, but I like the bog box concept because I can get a lot of.
I mean, I have a bog
surface
box.
area.
I love it, and it keeps things really nice and clean too.
So how is your bog box lined?
In pond fabric. Pond fabric, yeah. So, cool. And it's just a wooden box lined in it and it's got a hole with tubing that goes up through it, and then a DIY spray bar that it hooks to. And then, the pump drives it. So no, I love the bog box. It works really good. Yeah. So Ted suggests royal pickerel, but I will not flower. I mean, it would look cool. So
I mean, I'm talking about if we're talking about the shade pond, I think we need to just abandon the idea of anything flowering. And it's just more, does the foliage look good? If it's something that's meant to flower, but the foliage still looks good, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them not flowering if it gives me what I want.
I would do more caladiums.
I do like caladiums. I do like colocasias. Yeah.
Yeah. Because caladiums are colorful too, so that would be nice.
And the cannas flower in the shade pond.
Cannas, they do. They don't flower as much as in full sun, but they do flower because they're just so vigorous. We've inspired Ted to do a bog box special episode, please. We could do that. I love my bog box. I didn't build mine. My friend Michael, who passed away, built it. He built my very first pond. I mean, I helped him, but I can't build anything on my own. I don't have any skills. I'm afraid of power tools. But I love having a bog box. It's awesome. I
enjoy excuses to use power tools. I have a lot of them that because I built a lot of aquarium stands when I was getting into this, and so I ended up getting like a router and a table saw and compressor, all kinds of crap with it. So see, this is the bog back here, and compared to the 600-gallon tub, it's a little small, and it seemed large until everything started filling out. And I could use something.
Yeah, even on an in-ground pond, I would totally have bog filtration for it because it's the most effective and the cheapest way to filter a pond. Because you have so much more surface area for beneficial bacteria, and you have all the roots of all those plants doing work for you. It's just a cool way to be able to grow more stuff and keep your water really clean. So my friend had a bog box on his koi pond that he built, and his water was really, really nice and clear. Even with his pond was way too overstocked with koi. Just too many. So
no koi for a 600. Cool. I like small fish. I like the fact that if I just
I don't
let
think
them,
that pond is big enough for koi. I
no,
wouldn't have
definitely
koi
not.
in, I wouldn't have koi in less than 1,000 gallons, and even
Yeah, I
then
think
only
that's
like 2 koi. Yeah,
I
goldfish are
I
a
like
lot.
the idea of tiny fish that will multiply into hundreds of tiny fish occupying this space.
Because what he found is when you have too many koi in too little space, they get bored and they eat all your fucking plants. I mean, they would just chew at every single water lily. They would uproot things like bullies. They would chew at lotuses, which are prickly. So, but if you have, but then when we expanded the pond,
See,
all of a sudden you
look
could
how
grow
friendly
things.
they are.
That's
I put my
cool.
finger in the tank, and even the
Yeah.
juveniles are approaching now. And but then they
Yeah,
see my face.
my goldfish do really, really well. My goldfish do, and
You've had those
they
goldfish for a long time.
like 9 years.
Yeah,
They've lived through 9 winters, and one winter it got down to minus 40 degrees for 2 days. Here it was the coldest temperature I've experienced my entire life.
Oof.
So, and they made it through that. Yeah, Ted says koi plus plant equals koi. For sure. For sure. He did a lot better when he expanded his pond. But if you have an overstocked koi pond, yeah, that doesn't heal.
So this is what I did for part of an afternoon, is just waggle my finger in the pond outside.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Because they approach.
Oh,
which
cool.
worries me, because I feel like an owl is going to swoop down there and gonna be like, "Hey, Mr. Owl,
They're not that smart.
Are you
there's
here to feed
nothing
us?"
you can do about it. So
Yeah.
Foxanne says I have rainbow fish out in the pond and it's supposed to get down in the 40s tonight. I might have to go catch them and bring them inside. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's too cold. If you have what are they called? Rhamnocentris, they can take it quite a bit colder. But if you have like Melanitania, oh, it's too cold. They gotta come in.
I only want year-round fish.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, that's why I only do rice fish and goldfish. Because I want things that can live year round. I don't want to deal with anything more than that. I actually have ponds right now that have no fish. They're fine. I just put mosquito bits in them. I don't care at all. It's not like I can see the fish anyways. They're covered completely by plants. They're covered completely by water lilies. So I just don't care. It's like one less
thing are so noticeable, like flashing. They love to hang out near the surface, especially when it's hot, because the labyrinth organ. Right. And they seem to be sociable, and so I'm enjoying them a lot.
And it's hot there so much.
It's hot there a lot. I don't even know if I'm going to need to really do anything for the winter with these. I could get like a de-icer, like just a little floating de-icer out there. I don't even know if that's necessary. Yeah.
So Ted points out that water temps will not go as low as air temps, and that is a good point. The air is not getting very warm here. I mean, here is a high of 70. Tomorrow, a high of 68 or 69. It's much colder where Foxanne lives, so it might just be time for him to come out, because we're really in kind of a cool down period. So if it's Melanitania, I'd take him in. I wouldn't chance it.
I could see Rosie Barbs being out there.
Sure. Especially for you could do them year round.
Right now, the small pond just has my my coal guppies, the ones that I don't expect to survive, but they need to be taken out of the gene pool in the mosh pit.
Nice. Beto Great Lakes is here. Which Great Lake do you live on? So my brother,
the Chicago side, so whatever that
Michigan.
is.
That'd be Michigan. So my brother-in-law he's from the UP, and he's a superior supremacist. All the other Great Lakes suck compared to him. One year we had a vacation planned. We went to the UP, which is also by Lake Michigan. And he's like, just cancel your trip now. Just cancel it. Just cancel it. So we're going to be on Lake Erie next weekend. And I'm sure he'd be like, just cancel it. Cancel it. But Lake Superior is really far for us to drive to. It takes like 9 hours to get to it. So, whereas this is like 3. So, I didn't mention in the chat where I'm going. So, there's going to be no live stream next week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking a mini vacation. And I picked it just for the name. It's called Kelly's Island.
I can't believe in all this time you haven't been there.
I'd never heard of it before, but it's spelled the way I spell it, the correct way. And yeah, we're going just for the name. Just for the name. So it's supposed to be very pretty there. It's kind of a resort island. It's only 3 hours away, but yeah.
Yeah, Beto won the Wheel of You Lose Friday night. That's why I know where he lives. And yeah, his prize was shipped today, actually.
Yeah. Fish Tank Bar Nest is in Kelly's Island by Put-in Bay. I have no idea. It's off the coast of Sandusky, Ohio. So kind of by Cleveland. Not quite as far as Cleveland, but yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And Beto says, I feel cheated because I paid for a 33 long aquarium and noticed it only took 25 gallons of water. Why is this? Like with nothing in it? Like with no substrate or plants or decorations?
Yeah, substrate takes up room.
Because usually, like a 40 breeder, I think, is it like...
It's not quite 40.
I thought it was a few gallons over. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes the other direction.
None of those measurements are exactly right, though. No. And by the time you put substrate and all kinds of things in, but then you put in a filter and it adds a couple more gallons and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. It was blank. Yeah, an 8-gallon difference. That's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that tank. I've never had a 33 long. I've had 10s. I've had 20 longs. Yeah, I've never had a 33. Says it's not Fuckboy Island. But I'll be there with Jake, I guess.
Warning, Jake. Okay.
I mean, we're going to stay at a fancy Victorian bed and breakfast.
40 breeders, like 43 gallons. I thought so.
Yeah. I know that none of them are accurate.
Dade's iPad died. Plug it in. It's like my son. We go somewhere and he wants to bring his phone. It's like, have you charged it? Several days ago. Like that thing is like on it. Whatever Samsung phones do, whenever the battery discharges, it's like in coma mode where you have to plug it in for a little while before it even starts to charge.
Yeah, it's time. We're getting new phones this year because the new iPhones come out in about a month-ish, maybe a month and a half, I think. So we're both getting new phones because my phone's 2 years old. So
oh my god, 2.
iPhones keep longer because an iPhone they support them for like 5 years. So.
Oh no, I was being sarcastic because I keep mine longer than 2 years now. I used to be one of those like upgrade cycle people, but I with the Samsung Galaxies, like I had 3 years and
I could keep them. I could keep them longer, but we're going to give the old ones to my sister, and my sister's going to give the old ones to my parents. And my parents have a phone that's, I don't know, it's from I don't know, the pre-Raphaelite.
It has a screen on it. It makes phone calls.
I don't know. It's really old. So.
And I've gotten phone fatigue at this point. It used to be exciting because when they first came out, every upgrade was a significant upgrade. Yeah. Like now they're just kind of iterative. Like
there's not a lot of change for iPhones either. It's not a lot of difference. But my parents' phone is super, super old, both of them. So this way their phone will be slightly less old. I'm gonna get a new iPad for the same reason. I really almost never get a new iPad because I use my iPad just for knitting. That's it. And I have an iPad so old that it doesn't even use the same charger as this one. And that kind of annoys me. I'd like to just have one charger. So I think I'm gonna give my parents that one and upgrade slightly one generation. I think my iPad's like 5 years old, so it's really old. Yeah. But I use it only to knit. That's it. I use it for the patterns. So
I think we have a tablet somewhere. Yeah, I actually do. But same thing. It just sits on the charger.
June says my son gets the new iPhone. I get his and yours gets tossed. Yeah, I don't know what will happen to my parents' super, super ancient phone. I guess they'll get recycled or something because they're really, really old. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just use them till they break. Same with laptops.
Yeah. I usually go 2 years, I guess. I have gone longer, though. I've gone much, much longer. But now we go 2 years. So.
Karen's got a
Karen
parrot
is a
on her.
parrot. Oh, she doesn't like your phone. I'm sorry, bird. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a I don't really have a lot of experience with parrots. Like my
There's
ex-husband
some.
had like these zebra finches and I did not like them. They were loud.
I like the idea of birds, but the
I don't want birds.
noise that they make, it's like having like an even louder cat that can possibly bite your finger off too.
I am very oppressed by my cats. The only pet I would consider getting at this point would be another dog. I'm not getting a bird. I'm not getting another bunny. Yeah. What's my favorite water lily this season and which ones are getting the form and boot? So I'm pretty pleased with the ones I'm growing this year. I don't dislike any of the ones I'm growing. Some are just getting the boot because I'm bored. So this year, the tropical I'm growing is Colonel Lindbergh. I would grow that again in a slightly bigger pond. I thought it would stay really small, but I do a different tropical every year because I don't keep them. They don't store well. I treat them as animals. Then I'm growing Zoufei, which is very tiny. It can grow in a 2-foot in diameter pond. And I would grow that again. It's a pretty good bloomer and it's a really good color. It's like a reddish color. And I'm going to grow that again because it's a pretty good performer. It blooms just about it. It blooms just about every day, 1 to 2 flowers. So that's pretty good in my opinion. And Pink Beauty, I've done many, many years. I'm giving it the boot just to try other things. It is a good performer. It is a beautiful water lily, but I want to try other things and I want to try smaller things.
How come it doesn't want to bloom for me?
I think it's not getting enough sun for you. It's not getting enough sun.
Why is the Juan Visa like just totally fine with whatever I do?
Juan Visa is the most vigorous water lily you can grow. That's why I gave it the boot. It was too much. And then the 2 I got from you, Ted, I'm super happy with, and I'm going to grow them again. Sue, amazing water lily. Love it. It blooms every day, anywhere from 1 to 5 flowers. And I like it because the flowers are huge and they grow slightly above the water. And so I can see them really well for my office. So I like that. They're kind of a peachy white color. They do get a little darker, like more of a pink on the second day, but they're kind of closer to white than pink. But they're really very attractive plant. I'm totally growing that again. And then Ted also sent me the Leideckerii Rosea prolifica. Love it. Totally going to grow it again. It's very prolific, as the name would suggest. Lots of flowers. Man. Then I have Helvula, which I've grown many, many years. I do like it. It's a good performer, but it's getting the boot because I just want to try other things. And the other thing I don't like about it is I swear the flowers only open like 2 or 3 hours a day. Like they don't open till like 2 or 3 o'clock, and then it's like 5 o'clock they close. So I just want things that are open a little bit longer. So I'm looking for something else that's really tiny that could grow in a 2-foot across pond.
I've got room for like 3 lilies max.
Yeah.
1 in the small pond and 2 in the big one if I keep the Juan Visa under control.
I think we could try the late. So it's apparently the redder the water lily, the more, this is just what I've read, the more shade tolerant it is. So we could try like the Leideckerii Rosea prolifica for you. We'll see how it goes.
Sounds
good.
It
doesn't hurt to try it. I'll send it to you. I don't think Sue would do well. Just too bad because I really do like that one. It's a good water lily. So I could give you Zoufei. It's a pretty small water lily. So
small is
I don't know how many tubers I'll get when I divide it. because it's pretty small. I don't know if it'll need to be divided. It might not. But yeah, so Helvula and Pink Beauty are getting the boot, not because they don't perform well. They do. It's just, like to mix it up. I don't have much room.
Yep.
So
Yep. I get that. So Gina, I forgot Gina has a parrot. The parrot probably doesn't like your phone because it's taking your attention away. Yeah.
That's my life with these fucking cats. Parrots are just like feathered cats.
I need a pet that gives me some me time.
Yeah. So for water lilies, I guess probably Pink Beauty you don't want to try again because it's not blooming. But Juan Visa is doing well for you. So you'll do that.
Yeah, and it's also the purple one that Nancy sent.
Has that bloomed for you?
Yeah, it had to bounce back alongside the Juan Visa, but I did get several blooms out of it before caterpillar destruction.
Yeah, but you've still got season left, so. So Ted says Kelley is correct as usual. Attraction is a great shade lily, but Colorado would work well for you. So that's one on my list. Ted has it and he's going to send it to me. That is one I really want. Colorado is like it's a really attractive corally peachy pink, and it's supposed to bloom really prolifically, and the really big flowers. Yeah, so that's one on my list. So you could try that one. I don't know attraction. I'm trying to mostly go towards smaller water lilies.
Sounds
but you have space. You have space. So yeah, maybe attraction would be good for you. But yeah, the redder ones, we can try the Rosea prolifica for you.
I can make room. I can just start cramming 3 or 4 different lilies into one pot, see what happens.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why not?
YOLO.
In too small of a pond, probably not getting adequate light.
No, definitely not.
Hope you're watching this on double time, Scotty. In the future.
Scotty will do what he wants.
Streams on single time sometimes, Scotty. I mean, not
enough time. He's got 3 jobs now. He's got we got the Clash coming up in a month. Like
job.
He needs to, if he's got YouTube Premium, it's time to switch to quadruple time.
So I thought that Scotty, this was his day off, right?
Does he get a day off now?
I don't know. I thought this was his first day off in a million years.
I hope so. I hope he's got a day off.
Yeah. So yeah, Ted and I are trading Colorado versus Jufei. So Jufei is spelled XUE and then FEI, 2 words. I don't know what that means in Chinese. Also, I may not be pronouncing it right. I don't speak Chinese, but I'm pretty pleased with it. It's very pretty. It's got a nice red color. So yeah, no, I really want to try Colorado. I love peachy pink, and if it performs like Sue does, I think I'll be into it. And Pink Beauty is a very nice water lily. Just, I've grown it like 4 years now. Time to move on. It's like I used to grow Juan Visa and I got rid of it. Time to move on.
Since New Local Austin is distracted in the kitchen, I'll just read the question from Jody to him out loud. Did you get your snails trap?
Hi, Michael. Snails to trap. I hope you're cooking something good for dinner.
I don't know what we're having for dinner. We got so much to do. In fact, if there's no more plant questions, we might cut this short and get these plants shipped out and eat dinner and
so much class
go about my day.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy with work because I have the class to get ready for, but I have like a big quarterly meeting to get ready for because I'm flying out to California and so I'm busy for that. Dade says, I've got a question. Does comet goldfish, can they get a longer tail that makes them slower to swim than a common goldfish? I'm not really a goldfish expert. I have had these goldfish for 9 years. They were feeder goldfish that I bought for 25 cents a piece.
Are those the comets or is there? I don't even know.
Common. I don't know what the difference is between common and comet. People use those terms interchangeably. Yeah. I'm not. So fantail are the ones that have the longer tails, but I am not a goldfish expert. A good person to ask on Fishcord is Lumi. She knows a lot about goldfish. Foxanne knows a bit about goldfish, I think, But I know how to keep them in a pond, and I know how to pay 20 cents a fish for them. I don't know anything else, but they're doing just fine. What would be a better way to place Richia, floating or in a carpet? I think the better way to grow it or have it would be to put it on your compost pile. That's a plant that gets everywhere and you'll never get rid of it. It'll infect your tank.
Yeah, now if you want it to infect your tank, float it, because it will be everywhere.
It'll make them mad. The coolest thing that I've ever done with it, so you take a rock and you could take like a mesh onion bag or like a shower loofah, and you make like a little cage for the rock, a little bit loose around it, and you put the Richia in there, and it'll make little bushes. And then you can, to groom the bushes so it doesn't get everywhere, you just take them out and then you can trim them to shape.
Yeah, if you trim them in the tank, it's forever.
Yeah, then it'll get everywhere. So I would not recommend doing that. But at least with those rocks, you can take them out and then rinse them really good to get rid of the particles. But it'll still get everywhere. And I don't like moss. I don't like Richia. I don't like Sosvasatang. I don't like any of those plants that just get everywhere. Not a fan. So
I am okay with the Swassertang, but it does get everywhere. So you got to be okay with it, because once you have it and it starts doing well for you, you're gonna have a tough time getting rid of it.
Right. So Foxhand says, I'll always suggest black moors. No other goldfish is needed. Those look cool. You can't see them in your pond though. So probably like
they're safe. They're safe.
Yeah, they're safe. But my fish are pretty safe. I don't really have a lot of birds in my, because there's just a lot of fucking cats. So
always really groom your bushes. Best
words to live by. There you go. Grooming is important. Michael says, Jody P. Iris. Okay, so answering about the snails. All right. This is exciting. And Jody is indeed the MVP. It's true. She's a cool person. Oh, yeah. Gina says a walking goldfish has a similar body shape to the common, but a double tail like a fantail. I've never heard of walking goldfishes before. There's a good person to ask. Gina knows a lot about fish.
We should pay attention to the goldfish category at the Clash and learn some goldfish
We could learn more. I do like my goldfish. You know, I just I don't want to keep them inside. I really like them in my ponds. And I don't want to have fancy goldfish outside because I would be worried they wouldn't be able to get away from predators. So Fuzzy asked, do you think Sosvasatang would survive Colombian ram's horns? I don't know. Are those the ones that are predators, that are plant predators?
Yeah, and all I ever hear, I've never had them either. All I ever hear about them is like, there's no plant that is safe, but that can't be the case. I've never had them, so I don't know.
Sosvasatang is kind of soft, and
it would seem like a good choice, like a first choice when you start munching plants.
Just because nothing can kill it. I mean, like, yeah. Oh, so Rachel says, I looked up Sufade. It means snowflower, snow fairy. It really does not look like that though, because it's like it's like dark pinky red. I mean, it's like a magenta color. So I don't know. But I don't speak Chinese. So you could be right, Rachel. Who can say? Who can say?
Google can say.
So Tanky says, looking forward to seeing you in Toledo. Hello, welcome.
Is that somebody from somebody you know, somebody from your talk?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm speaking in Toledo. I need to do my bio for that. I just got busy with work and haven't done it yet. Maybe someone in the chat can write my bio for me. I need like 5 sentences. Dade, there's your assignment. Write my bio.
I'm sure it's you just watch every stream we've done. There's like 141, and I think at some point you've dropped bits and pieces of your past and your qualifications.
It's true. No, I've got to do that tonight. I got to do that. Yeah, I'm speaking there next weekend on Sunday. Please, if you're in the Toledo area, come. I think it's at like 2:00. I'll post something on Fishcord. Maybe Stephen can post it to his community tab. And
about the talk. Yeah.
But I would love to meet anyone. I'm going to give a talk on CO2. called CO2. You can do it. It's a
CO2, join us.
A cheerleading pep talk. Is it as good as Steven's latest video? No.
I think it's different.
It's different. It's different. There's no technology really. There's no animations. But there is a person you can ask in person.
That's always helpful.
Yeah, it is. But I'm looking forward to it. Jake will be there too. He's gonna.
Now, does yours actually cover your favorite equipment and stuff? Like what you use, and because I intentionally I did not put that in the video because
I don't like, if people want to ask me what brands I like, I'll tell them what I like. But I don't give specific recommendations because I'm not a product tester. I don't test things head to head. Maybe there are newer brands I don't know yet. And I just never want to be a product tester.
No.
But a lot of people do ask me what brands I recommend, and I can give recommendations. So I just go.
It's just based on what you've used and what you don't hate.
Right. Mostly it's just to tell people not to use an F zone. I mean, or a Milwaukee. I can personally tell you.
Oh, look, your assignment is complete.
Hi, Jonathan.
No bio needed. We took the info off the Fort Wayne site.
Sorry.
Well, there you go. That's how clubs get resourceful.
That's good. I'm sorry I didn't write it. I got so busy with work, and then I just forgot. And then this weekend, I did nothing. So Rachel says it's referring to the purity of freshly fallen snow rather than the color of the snow. Does it do a good job of cleaning the water it's in? I mean, really no different than any other water lily. In fact, maybe a little less so because it doesn't shade as much of the water. It's really very appropriate in a small tub. So I don't know. We'll go with that, Rachel. We'll go with it. So
I would Beto, I would talk to M&C Mike, because he runs under gravel filters and seems to have a lot of success with a variety of plants. Yeah. I've never run under gravel filters, but plants can put up with a lot of stuff.
They can. I have had an underwater gravel filter when I was a kid. But we didn't grow plants because we didn't have very good lights back then. Yeah. So unless you had your tank like by a south-facing window, you couldn't really grow anything. I mean, they just had those like fluorescent tubes back then. This was the 80s. So we tried plants once or twice and nothing grew. Also, our water was very, very, very hard in Iowa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had under gravel filters and they work fine. I just, I would plant things that you don't want to move much. So
they'd probably wrap themselves around the filter. It would be a bit of a pain, right?
Yeah. But and I mean, like we would, and I don't know that you have to do your maintenance this way, but we would like once a year completely tear everything down, remove the gravel, wash like 90% of it in tap water, like not 100%, and then put it all back. But I know they had pythons back then, but we weren't aware of them, so we didn't vacuum. I think you need to, if you don't want to do what we did, you have to vacuum. Otherwise, it would get clogged up. So, but ask M&C, because I have no desire to ever have an under gravel filter again. It's the thing I did as a kid. I don't want to do it now.
So VSO Aquatics, I think maybe they're asking about, I don't know if they're asking about your talk. Is that the one at Flower Hospital?
Well, Jonathan, maybe you can drop the information. Let's see. Or maybe one of the mods can post it. It's the Toledo Aquarium Club. The talk is on September 9th. Hang on. So it's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. It's not September 9th. Sorry, it's September 7th. Yeah, Northwest Ohio Aquarium Society. And the location. I don't know where the location is, but it's the Northwest Aquarium Society. So we'll put a link on Fishcord, and maybe Stephen I'll send him a link to post.
Okay.
So.
And Jody's got it.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you.
And
there you
Jenna's
go.
Got it.
Oh,
so there we
God,
go.
these mods are so good. What would we do without them? Because I am dead weight as a moderator, just dead weight.
And sometimes a hindrance if you pocket mod.
Frequently a hindrance. Seldom a help.
So Corey Bruce, welcome. How can I get better root systems on Vesuvius in fine river gravel, but hard to keep planted? Do have a huge runner, need to build roots to share. I actually had Vesuvius for a while and struggled with the same thing.
I've grown Vesuvius. I've only grown it in aquasoil. I don't think it ever gives super great roots.
No, it's like Val. It will spit out runners and just kind of go out of the gravel and up, and it's almost like it doesn't even care that it's rooted.
No,
but
it doesn't.
That's one of them where I actually had success with just clamping a plant weight, not much of a plant weight, like a piece of a plant weight to one of the roots, just to buy it some time so it wouldn't get uprooted by all the other stuff going on in the tank. And that seemed to help. Ultimately, I wasn't a big fan of it, so I got rid of it. But
I'm not a fan of it either. It just never looks good. For me, I think that having a deeper substrate helps. In general, having a slightly deeper substrate helps.
Yeah, I'm a fan of deep.
Now, I'm not saying like a 6-inch substrate, but like if your substrate is less than 3 inches, it's pretty difficult. And like I use aquasoil. If you have your gravel is not as fine as aquasoil, it might be a little different, a little difficult. So June says, I feel like buying plants. I mean, you should just follow your bliss, June. Buy plants.
I feel that way a lot.
I do too. I've spent a lot of money on plants. Indoor plants, outdoor plants, terrarium plants. I mean, I've just blown a lot of my money on plants.
Like so fine river gravel, maybe it's a little light and fluffy.
Yeah, maybe.
Weighing it down just slightly. Like I used to use plant weights like crazy when I was new, but I find that there's some that's still a plant weight here and there just to save your sanity.
Yeah. I would also recommend really good tweezers. And that doesn't mean expensive tweezers, but the brand I like is Aqua, UP Aqua. Yeah. They have them on Amazon, but they're frequently sold out. Maybe one of the mods can drop the link to those. Those tweezers are amazing and they're not expensive. They're very cheap, but good tweezers make all the difference. That and like having your substrate be a little bit deeper. So Beto says plants are what got me into the hobby. Love it. Love it.
I got into it for the fish, and the plants are kind of the reason I went a little crazy with it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I got in when I started keeping fish when I was really little. I was like 8 or so. We didn't have any plants back then. But then when I got in grad school and I wanted to start doing this again, and I'm like, well, I would like to grow plants. And then I started reading about it. And then I found Planted, Aquatic Plant Central forum and Planted Tank forum. And that was it. I would never have a plant. I would never have a tank without plants ever again. And if I do a marine tank, I want to do a macroalgae tank.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's what I want to do. Yeah. That's on my list of things to do someday.
So Dade, I know nothing about goldfish other than that they are also a fish. I really don't.
All I know is if you buy 25-cent goldfish and throw them in a pond, they do really good for years and years. I don't even feed them. They eat mosquitoes.
Yeah, but like the fancy goldfish, I don't know
anything else.
I don't know the first thing about them.
Don't know a thing about goldfish. I do know that goldfish are maybe not the greatest idea for a planted tank. Some people make it work, but I have never tried it. So, and I probably never will. Though goldfish are very pretty. I just like to keep them outside.
Yeah.
And I don't want any new goldfish. Unless somebody had a goldfish they wanted to rehome, Unless it was a super fancy goldfish, I would take their goldfish and put it in my pond. So
I agree, Jody. Y'all should join the fish cord.
you should. We're nice people. We want to talk to you. We want to see your tanks. So
we actually had an influx of some new people, like some new to the hobby people join the fish cord and sharing their tank setups and getting feedback and all that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome seeing people getting good advice at the beginning. That's really amazing because so much bad advice out there. I'm not saying all my advice is good. Some of it's bad.
Well, I mean,
really
there's
bad.
a lot of noise on YouTube, and there's also there's like the economy of attention, and attention usually comes from pitching something that goes against the grain. And it's like, you're taking care of animals. Maybe you shouldn't go against the grain. Maybe you should do stuff that other people have shown to be effective. And then there's product placement, endorsements, and you know, all the bias.
And there's a whole lot of people giving advice about something they don't have any experience with.
That too.
Stephen and I try to give advice about things we have experience with, which is why I can't give advice on fancy goldfish because I've never kept them.
Yeah.
So, but I have kept a lot of peaceful fish, community fish, not all of them. So, and kept a lot of plants.
Planted community tanks. That is my narrow knowledge band.
I don't know a lot. I don't really know anything about cichlids. I've had very few cichlids. Very, very few. I don't know anything about breeding fish. I've bred very, very few fish. Very few. Way less than Stephen. And I hope I would be fine if my fish never bred again. I'd be okay with it.
Can we talk about term life insurance? Brought to you by MetLife.
Anything about... You should not get financial advice from me. I'll give you bad advice.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm a doctor, but like you shouldn't get medical advice from me. I guess I would just tell you to go to a doctor. So that's good advice. That's good advice.
Big Steve, you made it just in time for us to say goodbye.
Oh, Big Steve, I can't wait to see you at the Clash, though. So excited to see my friends again this year. I'm staying through the auction because I'm flying out to California for work.
Sundays are a good time to stay. It starts to thin out, and there's a small group, and we typically go to dinner or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm so excited to see people. I'm so excited for the Foxland wedding. I'm so excited to see Zenny. Oh my God. That's exciting. Jody P. So many people in the chat. I'm so excited to see. Yeah. And I bought a super nice dress for the wedding. So I want to look really good, but not as good as the bride who is going to be so pretty. Indeed. And Stephen will be pretty too because he'll be in a tux.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, when will we ever see you in a tux again?
Next wedding I'm in, which
I mean, I don't have to get married.
Usually about a 10-year gap.
You in a tux.
there was a period of time where I was in several weddings, but like now we're middle aged, and so there's fewer weddings happening locally.
I haven't been to a wedding in like 12 years. So I have never been a bridesmaid. So they always say always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I've only been a bride. I've never been a bridesmaid. My sister didn't have bridesmaids at her wedding, and none of my friends wanted me. So I've never been a bridesmaid. But I've heard it's kind of a pain in the ass, and you don't get to pick your dress. So yeah. I didn't make my sister my bridesmaid either because she's like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, that's fine. So
Craig, at some point I will reship that to you. We use, I think, an international stamp and an envelope to ship to Australia. So like it can either arrive never, or it can arrive in like 3 months. And yeah, at some point we'll just call it lost and we'll send you another one.
Zenny says, I heard my name. I hope it was good. I get to see you, Zenny. I'm so excited. Oh, Foxy says I had a bridesmaid back out of the wedding because she didn't like the dress. Well, I mean, I guess that's always a risk. You know, I have heard of stories before of like the bride picking a really, really ugly or like really slutty dress just so like
a
to
deterrent
make her look good in comparison. But I know you didn't do that, Foxanne. I'm sure you picked very nice dresses for your brides. I'm sure you picked very nice dresses. But I already have a dress for your wedding, so I can't fill in as your bridesmaid. I really like the dress I bought. So
I think Jody's filling
coming
in.
to your house.
Yeah. I don't. Well, soon. I don't know. It's all dependent on the order in which people filled out the plant form and their weather. So if you were later on the plant form and also it's hot, it might be a while. It might be after the clash, so it might be in October. So it's just a twice a year thing. I have people fill it out in summer and winter, and then when fall hits, they'll start trickling in. But the form gets bigger and bigger every year. So
Stephen can only do so much. We have to be very patient with him and Jenna. Plus, they live in the depths of hell.
Yeah, they gotta leave. They gotta make it out of here safe too.
It's very hot there.
Yeah.
So Beto says slutty dresses aren't terrible. I mean, it just depends on how they're slutty, right? I mean, at a certain age, maybe I don't want to wear a crop top. I mean, you know,
yeah.
I just don't wanna. Oh, yeah. VSO says the last wedding I was in, I was almost 30 years ago. She better not make me do it again.
Wait, Foxy says she just wanted something different than everyone else, and I said no.
No, that's not how that works. You guys have to match. I mean, I guess I've heard before of like the color all matches, but you have to have the same. You can pick different styles. I don't know. Yeah, that's
gotta be some uniformity.
There, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Does she want to wear all white? Is that what it was?
I mean, God, if I were to get married again, like, please wear white to my wedding. I don't fucking care. Just wear what you want. I don't care. Don't care. Rachel says, I'd understand if the dress is too revealing, but other than that, it shouldn't matter. I mean, yeah, I guess there's some styles of dress. Like, I'm not like busty enough to hold them up. I don't know. Like, I don't. Yeah, there's some things I don't want to wear. I'm too middle-aged. So
vibes. If you say that you like white chocolate, that I don't even know if I want to talk to you.
I mean, I like white chocolate in certain applications. So I make this triple chocolate mousse cake that has like a fudgy cake layer, like a brownie layer on the bottom, and then like a dark chocolate mousse and a white chocolate mousse on the top. And so like it all kind of balances. I also had this chocolate chip mint ice cream, which is my favorite kind of ice cream, that was made with white chocolate mint ice cream. And then it had chocolate chips and chocolate fudge in it. That was pretty fucking amazing. But like just to straight up eat white chocolate tastes kind of not the greatest.
I don't like
kind
it.
of lame. So like white chocolate as an ingredient, I'm okay with.
Yeah, like cottage cheese as an ingredient might be okay.
I was going to say like cottage cheese with white chocolate. Oh. That's a hard no. I mean, that's a no.
I don't even know what you do with cottage cheese besides don't tell me that it's in my food.
Yeah, but I just think like if I'm going to eat chocolate, there's way better chocolate than white chocolate.
Well, there's actual chocolate.
There's actual chocolate. Milk chocolate I'm a fan of. Jake always eats this like 90% chocolate. It's
Jake just really likes to punish himself.
He really does. Like, is it unpleasant and a routine he can grind at? Jake would like that. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, is he with me because he loves me? Or am I
all about the grind.
Routine to grind on? Unknown. Zenny suggests we blend cottage cheese and make it not as gross. And then you can just eat ricotta cheese, though, which is much nicer. So I like cottage cheese just fine, but not the way Vibes does. Because no one likes it the way Vibes does. Beto asks if I've tried the Dubai chocolate. I would like to. I'm interested. I would like to try it. It looks very good. So it's got like a filling of like pistachio and like the shredded phyllo dough, and
I'd try it.
I saw some at the grocery store because Lindt, the chocolate company, now makes it, and I didn't buy any because I had a cake at home and like I should just not eat that many desserts. But
yeah, I was gonna say I think Gina is a contender for cottage cheese.
That's true, but do you like it as much as Vibes? I mean,
she says she does.
Okay, well, maybe. There you go. Oh, she's been kidding.
Is that the well-behaved kitty?
They're all pain in the ass in their own way. Just I know. Claws getting stuck to me. Jody says she could probably fight Eddie for cottage cheese. I mean, wow. A lot of cottage cheese lovers in the chat, really just coming out of the woodwork.
Well, I think one of the pizzas for Friday night is going to have to be a cottage cheese pizza.
Do they make such a thing? That sounds...
I hope not.
Vibes, you're coming to the clash, right?
I don't think he is. I think he's officially out. I think he's got other expenses that he's got to deal with, unfortunately. So, yeah, Vibes is out. Emily's not going to be able to make it either.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's next year.
They could buy that pizza themselves. Yeah, we didn't put on an auction for no cottage cheese pizza.
I mean, I guess I don't like meat on pizza usually.
That's a bad opinion.
Yeah, but I also don't like green peppers on pizza because green peppers are disgusting.
I could take them or leave them.
God, they're nasty.
There will be a ricotta pizza. Oh, God.
All right. I guess some people can't eat tomatoes. Sad people. Sad people.
Yeah.
Technically, I shouldn't eat tomatoes, but I've never let that stop me. Yeah. The cottage cheese may be the most polarizing of foods. I'm completely neutral toward it. It's fine. Once in a while I buy it. I like it with fruit on top, but I can't be excited about it. It's not exciting. It's just a food. But you hate it.
Is it? It's just a food.
Stephen hates it. Jake also hates it because Jake does not like creamy condiments.
See, that's where I like cream sauces. I'm kind of iffy with. Like, I do like some, and I love ice cream, obviously, but the dairy, I'm kind of weird about dairy. In certain contexts.
Pretty lactose intolerant, and you can take lactate pills, but they only work so well. So he tries to like avoid dairy bombs because he will blow up like he's 9 months pregnant and then just fart all night long.
The air's gonna go somewhere.
It's fucking terrifying. Just fucking terrifying.
Bell peppers, right? Green, because I like green chilies. Bell peppers,
I can't eat really any pepper. They really bother me. I have a lot of food allergies. And I also hate green peppers. They're disgusting. I really would rather never eat a pepper of any kind again. A hot pepper, a sweet pepper.
There will be 12 types of pizza. Everyone should be happy.
I'll be fine.
Or no one will be happy.
And the thing is like if I can't find a piece I like, somewhere I will find food. Do not worry about it. Just don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Zenny loves bell peppers. God, they're disgusting.
So you eat one like a hand fruit?
God. Gross. Yuck. That's a hated food for me. I don't feel like I'm a super picky eater, but ugh. What about stuffed peppers? Like maybe the stuffing for stuffed peppers is really good in a squash. Because I make stuffed squash with the filling of like rice and a little bit of sausage and mozzarella, tomatoes and basil and parsley, and I stuff it in a little squash. That's really good. Oh yeah, this poor big Steve. Yeah, I know. I'm allergic to everything under the sun. It's I have a delicate constitution. How to treat my food allergies? Maybe I could eat a deep substrate.
I was just gonna say another inch of sand.
Maybe. Maybe Father Fish is now Dr. Fish, and we should go to him for our medical advice. There you go.
There's a few doctor claims on FishTube that are not doctors, or it's like you say you're a doctor, but it's been really hard to prove it.
Yeah, I am a real doctor, just not a medical doctor, but I have a for realsies PhD from a for realsies academic institution.
Let's see the transcript.
I could go get you my diploma. It's upstairs. I never took it out of the shrink wrap.
Yeah, I'm good.
I never framed it or anything. It's still in the shrink wrapped cardboard.
Well, you don't have an office like to show it off to people who come in.
Well, here's how you know I'm not lying. I go by Dr. Foreman with my job, and I have passed 1 million background checks. And every time they background check you for a job, they always check your education. And I've passed every background check. So 1, I'm not a criminal, and 2, I have the degrees I say I have.
I mean, we just know you haven't gotten caught.
I don't know, because every contract I've taken back when I used to only contract, and I would, have like 3 or 4 contracts a year, I had to pass a background check for everyone. So in the past 10 years, I've probably had 25 background checks. So, yeah.
Kelley, did you do your undergrad at Poop Deck Tech?
I did my undergrad at Iowa State and my PhD at the University of Iowa. It's not Harvard, but they're for real schools. So, singing out as a doctor on The Sims, close enough. Close enough.
Nice.
But Garage Gills still cannot get past cottage cheese. I mean, I get it. I get it.
That's quite an analogy, though. It's like chewing on a breather bag full of pill bugs. Good Lord.
Wow. Stephen doesn't pass background checks due to the bad checks he wrote in Phoenix 10 years.
Just find jobs that don't care,
All my jobs really care. Like, I've passed drug tests too, though. Like, companies have gone away from drug testing because marijuana is legal in everywhere but Indiana, pretty much. I mean, so I can pass a drug test too.
No drug test for this current job. The last one I went to, I had to do urinalysis, but it was a huge company that employs a lot of high turnover call center people, and I think it was just kind of standard that no matter what your position was.
I mean, the last one I took was just for a pharma megacorp, and I passed it. That was probably 3 or 4 years ago. It seems like they don't do that anymore. I mean, like, especially right now, I'm working for a California company, and it's everything is super legal there. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
At least check to see if you're using the right brand of drugs.
Right brand of drugs.
You're using their brand. Brand loyalty is important. Like,
brand loyalty.
Coke will fire you if you're drinking a Pepsi on the job.
No, don't use one of the competitors' products.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Dr. Jeff Kane. I love the idea of
Dr. Kane. That just rolls right off the tongue.
I love the idea of giving Jeff a doctorate. Why not, Stephen?
Honorary doctorate.
You can use my doctorate. I don't care. Whatever.
There's a town in Florida called Dr. Phillips.
All right. It's like I have Kelly's Island.
There you go.
I know.
I think Kelly's
Ted's
Island is probably
Ted's
more
got a real
interesting.
doctorate. Yeah, I'm probably. Ted's got a real doctorate. There we go. Go to Ted for all your medical advice.
I have a backlog of rashes and growths I need to show him next month.
He says, I do brand prescription meth. There you go. Ted works for a Swiss company. So does Jake. A Swiss megacorp. Yeah, so does Jake. In fact, Jake's company is so Swiss that like they pay for his German lessons. Any employee of his megacorp, they have a German teacher, and you can take German. So he goes to German class every Tuesday. It's nice. It's way better than doing his corporate job. Well, I think we got to shut this down because I'm hungry.
Me too.
And I don't have a Jenna making my dinner. I have to make my own. Oh, how did Jake propose to me? Jake and I are not married. So, yeah. I was married before. I have an ex-husband. So.
Well.
There you go.
On that note, since the last half hour has been like no plants at all, it's our.
There's been no plants at all. They teach him to invade Poland. It's a Swiss company. They stay neutral, Ted. A Swiss megacorp. They just want to make more money. And they have. It's the biggest pharma company on earth. So. All right, everyone. I have to make my dinner.
Yeah. All right. Real. So no wedding of the plants next week.
No wedding of the plants.
But
I'll be on my island.
But
bye,
we'll
everyone.
be here Friday night, 8:30 Central for McStreamy as usual. See y'all later.
Bye, everyone.